I don't know if you've ever had a conversation with a friend that's gone something like this. She's relating to you all of her woes. The dishwasher broke, the dog got sick and had to be taken to the vet, her husband is out of work, we're in the midst of a pandemic, and all of this, she says, is a dark night of the soul for her. And when I hear something like that, I picture St. John of the Cross in heaven rolling his eyes, with great love, of course. But John of the Cross was the one who coined that phrase, the dark night of the soul. And it doesn't describe that scenario at all. The dark night of the soul is God's immediate preparation to bring a soul into the transforming union, the highest state of the spiritual life. In the dark night of the soul, God himself purifies our intellect, so our ability to know the truth, and our will, our ability to lovingly choose the good. And this we receive passively, and it's an experience of profound suffering, but suffering that's directed towards union with God. Now, this may all seem like very lofty stuff, but St. John of the Cross teaches that every human being is called to this transforming union with God, which is basically the prelude to heaven, experienced even on earth. And we can all reach this transforming union by cooperating with God's grace. And the first stage in this long journey is detachment. So John of the Cross repeatedly emphasized the need to place God before anything else in our lives. And as we do that, it's often a painful process because our fallen human nature likes to cling to things or to persons and to have this inordinate attachment to them. And that process of breaking away towards greater freedom involves great sacrifice. And so St. John of the Cross also teaches us that we can only give up a lesser love for a greater love. So it's not a matter of just gritting our teeth and trying as hard as we can. Rather, the more we taste that the Lord is good, the less we will desire things that are not him. In order to do that, we have to pray frequently, because it's really in prayer that we're going to experience at the very depths of our being how good God really is. And so St. John of the Cross is called the doctor of prayer. He invites us to pray from the heart. So he wants us to go deeper than just our vocal prayers, which are good. But he wants us to engage also in what's called mental prayer. So truly meditating upon the truths of our faith, the various scenes from the gospel. And the more we hold these in our minds, the more we are stirred up to love God. So that is something that we can all do from our home every day. Take some quiet time and maybe enter into the scene of one of the Gospels. So today's Gospel, for instance, you can put yourself in that scene and listen to the words of Jesus as if they are directed right to you, because they truly are. And the more intently you can do that, you'll find yourself making these acts of love for God. Lord, how good you are. Thank you for directing to me your saving word. Give me the grace to follow you, to do your will. And every time we make those acts of love, our soul starts to change. We reshape our interior life. And more, God is going to lead us along a path that is narrow, sometimes very hard, but increasingly simple, and leading us to union with him. So today, let us ask St. John of the Cross to give us a great desire for prayer, a great desire for union with God. And as we come to the Lord's altar, to know that God wants this even more than we do, so he himself will certainly make it happen.